and stay healthy naturally. So you are welcome. So you are welcome to my healthy food place. So today I want to talk a little more on how to manage your bad cholesterol, but the topic is actually worst foods for your cholesterol. Yes, we have talked on your cholesterol last week, a couple of days. Yet some people are still not satisfied. They are still asking questions on the subject of cholesterol. Now, the cholesterol issue is something that gives a lot of us concern these days because it is somehow difficult to manage. And that is why it is best to avoid it, to prevent it. And prevention, as we often say, is better than cure. By preventing those foods that cause it, those processed foods, those red meat, that fatty meat, those full cream milk, those animal products that you're taking, those fried foods that help to increase bad cholesterol, a lot of such things. So if you are preventing it, it's better. And then including foods that will help you to increase the good cholesterol. Remember that the good cholesterol, if you are fighting to stop or destroy the bad cholesterol and you are not eating foods to increase the good cholesterol, that is why it appears that it's sometimes looking difficult or seeming difficult to manage. Because until you bring in good cholesterol, the bad cholesterol usually will not also go away. You can get the good cholesterol from foods like cold-pressed olive oil. Even the coconut oil, cold-pressed, can help you to increase the good cholesterol. Avocados can help you increase the good cholesterol. If you are consuming things like almonds in moderation to increase the good cholesterol, organic peanut oil will help you increase the good cholesterol. They are good sources of vitamin E. But remember, we are not talking about how to increase the good cholesterol. We are talking on today worst foods, foods that you love. And you see every day people are consuming these foods. Because of what? Ignorance. And how I wish they know what it is doing to their cholesterol. Cholesterol does not only come from meat. A lot of the things we are thinking they are the worst for our cholesterol, which is things like eggs, chicken eggs. These are misinformation. I have personally managed my own cholesterol recently. That is why I thought to talk about it. Cholesterol is very dangerous. Let's call a spade a spade. Cholesterol, bad cholesterol, when it is high, you will always be having issues. Today it is heart problem, another day it is pain somewhere, another day you are having stiffness around the neck, another issue. You will always be having one issue or the other. That is what it does. There are some signs, physical signs, maybe we may need to highlight it, that you can see to suspect bad cholesterol. Yes. But besides all of that, if you are consuming fried foods on a regular basis, as a matter of fact, when you get to a certain age, you should stay off all the fries. Whether it's fried potatoes, whether it's fried chicken, or you're frying your stew. Some of you are thinking that you can't have your stew. Yes, you can't have a tasty stew unless it is fried. Yes, we were all in that class before. You know, that mind, that feeling when you get when the stew is being fried. We love it while growing up. And after growing up, you find it difficult to believe that you can actually make a tasty stew without frying it, without frying anything. So that is the problem a good number of people are having. You must fry the chicken. You must fry the stew. You must... No, my dear. I have been actually making my stew, very tasty stew, since 2008. That's how many years now? That's about 17 years, to be precise. I've been doing it since 2008 without frying anything, and it usually tastes great. That is one of the worst foods for your cholesterol, fried foods. Whether it is the fried potatoes or fried plantain, whether you are consuming the plantain with beans. I see a lot of people consuming beans and fried plantain. Yes, it used to be very tasty those days. But my dear, especially for seniors who are often affected by this bad cholesterol issue, who are often, they are usually the worst people that are hit by this bad cholesterol issue. Stay away from those your fried plantain, fried chicken. Don't go there if you don't want bad cholesterol to increase. It's one of the worst foods. Now, the number 2 worst foods that you should be avoiding are the processed foods. I don't want to say meat. Yes, if you go search Google or some other internet, they may say processed meat. But I have personally seen that processed foods. Good day, ma. Thank you for this precious day. I'm enjoying it, ma. Boniface Ogili from Benin Republic. Please, ma, I need your number, ma, so I can chat you privately. Thanks, ma. Okay, you need my number. If you have followed me, thank you very much. You can also message me on, let me see the distance. Send me a message through my email. You can send me a message through my Gmail. You can see my Gmail. Yes, if you go to my channel, you see my Gmail. Please use the Gmail to send me a message. Yes, you can send me a message there. And you can also see my other links there. You can use them to send me a message. Then you can also come to the community. This WhatsApp, YouTube community. You can drop a comment there. Then from there, I will chat you. We can chat. Either it's on WhatsApp or so. So that is it. You can always reach me. Send me a message through my Gmail, graceenemali86@gmail.com. You can send me a message there. Then you're also welcome. You can drop your comment. And let's go ahead. Ensure that you have subscribed to the channel. And then you can also become a member of the channel. Yes, if you need the link, you comment. After this live, I will send the link to you where you can become a full-fledged member for more interaction and better, reach. If you, to me particularly. And so that is it. You are welcome. I'm glad to have you, Boniface Ogili from Benin Republic. I hope you're okay with my response. And if you are not, you can also say it in the comment. I'll be reading. So I'm talking about the worst food for your cholesterol. That is, you need to stay away from the fried foods. Then the number 2 is the processed foods. If you have been diagnosed with bad cholesterol, high bad cholesterol, you need to stay away from processed foods, not only processed meat. Number 1 is fried foods. Avoid them. Now, the processed foods are those biscuits, breads, breakfast cereals, and all such foods. They come with trans fats, that is manipulated fats. They are there. You can't see them. Some they have added butters and margarines. So these are your worst enemies. As a matter of fact, anytime you eat any of those foods, you should just know that the bad cholesterol have increased. So that is number 2. Then the next worst foods for your cholesterol are the carbonated drinks. Yes, some of you will look at the carbonated drinks and you will say that the carbonated drink does not come with anything like fat. You may not see the fat physically, but the point is it increases the bad cholesterol. Yes, sugar is not your friend. Sugary drinks is one of your worst enemies. If you are talking of lowering the worst foods for your cholesterol, stay away from sugary drinks. Any bottled drinks or carbonated drinks, stay away from it. Then those red meat, we must go there. Now, there has been a lot of controversy. Some people are saying, eat red meat. I was a victim of all of this. So you don't have to, stuck to everything that you hear without testing it. Now, there are times when your body can actually digest meat once in a while. That is the real beef, grass-cut meat, grass-fed beef. Once in a while, it's not bad for you, as long as you are staying away from all the processed foods. If you get quality protein from your grass-fed beef or any of such meat once in a while, my dear, it's not going to do any harm to your good cholesterol. As a matter of fact, it's going to support your fight against cholesterol. But when you make it a regular delicacy, you may have to stay away from things like eggs. That was the mistake I made recently. Yes, I made that mistake, and it actually taught me a lesson. So when you are consuming your processed meat, when you are consuming all of this, it means when you start consuming egg at the same time, okay, I would like to be. Okay, if you want to be a member of my channel, as you said, definitely you have subscribed. I will send you the link so that we can get in touch, either through the WhatsApp or I have my TikTok too. My TikTok handle there, Grace Ngo Enemali. You can go search for it. Or Gracious Grace. Grace Ngozi Ngo Enemali is my TikTok. You can also go there and send me a message, direct message. Follow me there and send me a direct message. There are different ways you can reach me. Gracious Grace Z6P is my handle. You can search for it and then get to the TikTok, and then you can also send me a direct message so that we can talk then. That is if you are not able to do it here. So Amaka Okeke is one of my members, and I welcome you to the house, especially. Welcome, Amaka, and I say hi to you. We are talking on the subject of this worst food for your cholesterol, because I saw a few questions again after the live session that was held recently. I saw a few questions regarding the cholesterol issue, indicating that we need to do more. I need to do more work on it. Now, why I'm also talking about it is that I have found that the cholesterol issue, when you are also dealing with it, you need to be careful with things like certain nuts. It gets to a point, if your cholesterol is really, really high and it's you have combined it with stress, because that was my case recently, you will notice that consuming things like cashew nuts, which is high in calorie, peanuts, almonds, and other nuts, in addition to all of this, will look like it's not giving you the result expected. And so when you are talking about the worst foods for your cholesterol, you should be talking of all the processed foods. Take them out. They are the worst. Remove all the fried foods. You see red palm oil. Now, some of the things I'm telling you are not things you will see on internet. Yes, it's things that I got from my own experience. Okay, in that platform. Okay, you are the one that asked question. No, I don't think you are the one, because I know your name. You are not the one. There's someone else that I don't know. So you are not the one. Maybe you ask another question. Maybe I haven't seen your question. That's the point. But you have talked about blood pressure and other, and all the questions. You are my member that I know very well, Amako Keke. I know you, and I know you. Precious. Okay, Precious, yes. I don't know. I don't think you are the one. Because that name is not Precious. It's not your name. So, and I saw another question again. Somebody was asking, say, you have not talked to us about cholesterol. So whatever happens, if you are dealing with bad cholesterol, avoid these worst foods. You see, milk, full cream milk, you need to stay away. It's going to make it worse. Now, there was some mistakes that some of us were making before. I was making that mistake too then. We will say that you should take a low-fat milk. Don't let anybody deceive you. Low-fat milk is worse. Let me read this. Please, but how can I cure my urinary problem? I do pee for 6 to 7 times during the night and makes me become lean. And I did test so many times. Please, ma, what can I do? If you are peeing so many times, it depends on how often. Yes, 6 to 7 times is much. It's much. It depends on how often. Sometimes it may be due to the water you took are not even getting in. So you need to change to sea salt. Start using sea salt. Sometimes add it. Because when you are peeing like that, you'll be getting more dehydrated inside. That's number one. Then number two, it may also be that you are not consuming sufficient protein in your diet. So when you consume too much of the carbohydrates, they will end up as sugars. At the end of the day, you'll be passing out urine frequently. Why? Because your body does not use the carbohydrates to build new cells. So you will notice that you will be passing out urine more frequently because the body does not need the carbohydrates. It does not need the sugars. So all you need to do to stop it is to either reduce the carbohydrate. As a matter of fact, I'm even reducing carbohydrates more and more. That's exactly what I encourage us to do. Okay, say I'm pretty second. Okay, so you have to reduce the more and more, be more deliberate to reduce the carbohydrates. I noticed that it looks like as we are getting older, it looks like our body's ability to even manage carbohydrates. I don't know whether this is the case with everybody, but I think it's the case with a majority of people. You know why? Because the age we are now is the age of even more stress. And the stress is making it even worse. This stress affects even children. Yes, little children. When they come from school, you are dragging them to go for lesson, I didn't go to lesson all my life. When they come back from lesson, you will bring a teacher at home to be teaching that child, to be waiting for that child, instead of that child to relax, enjoy himself or herself, whichever, and just feel good and interact with the family and bond with the parents. There will be nothing like that. We'll be stressing everybody right from the cradle. They are being stressed up to us that we are old. Well, seniors, let's use a milder word. So this stress thing now is affecting almost every aspect of the health. Yes. So the stress is making the cholesterol issue even worse. That is the truth. When your body stress level is high, your cholesterol will be high. That is the truth. There's nothing, you don't have to read it anywhere for me to know that when your stress level, when your stress level is high, your body can't even manage cholesterol. That was exactly the case last time. And so that is why if you notice that you're peeing too much, you need to stop the carbohydrates. Stop it as much as possible. Reduce it. Some people are taking maybe plantain, unripe plantain, every day. You pee. Some are eating rice. I need to know how old you are, Taiwo Adelabu. Drop your age. Let me know how old you are while you are peeing. While we continue to talk on our cholesterol issue. Bad cholesterol. If you are stressed all the time, it's one of your worst enemies. Worst enemies of cholesterol. Your cholesterol will always be high. When they check it, it's high. You'll be wondering, well, what exactly is making the cholesterol high? Now, if you are not including foods like olive oil, it will high. One of the worst food again is red palm oil. Some of you will argue with it. I've seen some persons, although they are not up to 50 years, some of them are 40 years, because content creators, you create according to what you know. So I've seen people talking about red palm oil. There's nothing wrong with red palm oil. That red palm oil is good. That some people are that. Let me tell you, you can be singing that song while you are 40, but when you are 70, you cannot sing that song again. Red palm oil is not bad. It's not a bad oil. It's a good oil, but there are also too many adulterated red palm oil. But if you are already having bad cholesterol, my dear, one of the first foods you should avoid if you want to reduce your cholesterol is the red palm oil. That's what I do. But it has to be temporary. Okay? It has to be temporary. Now, thank you, ma. I'm 75 years old. Well, for a 75 years old, it's not that you must be peeing. You must be peeing, no. But if you are not using sea salt, there was a time, actually, when I'm stressed like that, I will pee like 3 times or 4 times in the night. So but not every day. There are days, and when it happens, I want you to listen to what I'm also sharing, because I'm sharing from my own experience. When I pee like up to 3 times or 4 times, I know it's not normal. That's why I say that no 2 days are the same. So there are some better days. It happens with one of us. So when it now happened, I had to start adding sea salt sometimes. And I noticed that sea salt in the warm water was allowing the water, that before then, the water sometimes were floating around the cells. I want you to listen very well. In case you are not using sea salt, you need to take it seriously. It's an electrolyte. It has over 82 micronutrients. So when you drop like 1 or 2, so when we talk about sea salt, it's not that I go and take a teaspoon of sea salt. I do see it, and I used to be amazed, because most people who are sharing it are very young too. Your body's ability to handle things reduces by the day. And that is the truth. So for a 75-year-old man, I wouldn't suggest you take a teaspoon of sea salt or whichever, whether not Himalayan salt or whichever. But the point that if you take 1 small rocky salt and put it inside water, warm water in a cup, before going to bed, you won't even feel it as if there's salt in it. But one thing you will know is that you are giving your bones a lot of minerals, over 82, without calorie, and your heart too, supporting. And then your electrolyte, the current of your life will be flowing. Because inside that sea salt, you have both magnesium, a lot of little minerals, in little amount. The body don't need much of them. But the point is that when they are not there, things won't be working well, including this electrolyte imbalance. Sometimes poor absorption of nutrients. Sometimes this frequency urination. So I said it that time, and it worked. So I didn't have to continue doing it, because other days there was no need. Sometimes I urinate once, and at other time I urinate twice. Now, that urination also is a function of when you went to bed. If you went to bed very early, that's it. It's obvious you may urinate up to 3-4 times. Yes, if you go to bed like you went to bed like 9 o'clock or 8:30, which sometimes I do go to bed like 8:30 or 9 if I want to go early. So maybe by around 1 I go once, maybe around 4 I go again, depending. So at other times, so but if you are doing up to 6 times, it may be that your body is not getting sufficient protein. And even if your body is getting sufficient protein, it may be incomplete protein, because some protein are not complete. Now, some people are eating beans and rice. It's not complete. So as long as you don't give your body what it needs to work, it will be considered a waste. It will be dumped. It is either the body will dump it somewhere, look for one dumping place and dump it, or it will be just treated like this. Like it will just be passed out like that. So one of the first things you need to do is to start the use of sea salt. It helps a lot with things like that. So a little, when you are about to go to bed, a little water in a cup. Let it be slightly warm. It doesn't have to be plenty because of this. So when you just put that little salt, 1 or 2, depending on the size of the stone, it doesn't have to be more, so that you won't feel it in your mouth. That it's going to make your teeth stronger. Before my teeth, sometimes that's one of the benefits. It will make your teeth stronger. Then it will also reduce acidity, excess body acidity, strengthening your brain. You will notice some calming in your body when you put it. So when you just take it and drink it, you won't taste in your mouth like salt, but you know that there is a little salt there. You're going to notice that you feel better. Your body will now absorb the water that are left in your body, because there are no minerals in those water that you are drinking. So you may be saying you are taking a lot of water. I have noticed that I'm 60-something years. So I have noticed, before I clock 60, some of these experiences I'm having, I wasn't having it before. But every day, I keep making changes. So for a 75-year-old man or woman, I think you're a man, okay, just introduce that one, that sea salt, and ensure that you are careful with carbohydrates. And the next thing you need to do, don't eat late. That's what I have noticed too. Don't eat late. Avoid the temptation to eat late. Some people are saying, don't drink this and that. Don't eat late. After 4 p.m., tell yourself you won't eat any major food again. If you will eat anything, maybe it's going to be something that is very tiny that won't give you weight. I'll give you examples of what I eat. Sometimes late like that, in order to avoid all this, if you are feeling like you are weak, for a 75-year-old man, you can take a little sip of olive oil. It's going to give you energy. Even after the sea salt, a little sip of cold pressed olive oil, have it around you. It's going to increase your good cholesterol, give you quality energy, and improve your sleep. And it's going to reduce those urination up and down. Because you have given your body what it needs. So it's not going to throw it away as a waste. It's not going to throw it as a waste. That's what I do. I did a video recently to share some of the foods I eat at odd hours. My olive oil is not here. I will have shown you. Once in a while, if it's late, you'll be wondering that you are hungry. You are wondering that what should you eat so that your blood sugar will not rise, so that your blood pressure will not rise, so that you won't start urinating up and down. Do that. And then there is also something that is helping me. I don't know whether it's you can try it also. Now, when you are going to go to bed, apart from that, you can also try to take something that contains magnesium. Yes, something that contains magnesium. You can get some pumpkin seeds. Yes, get some pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds. You can toast them if you are hungry. Make sure you don't eat late. If you don't eat late, you won't be urinating. Just mark it, you won't be urinating. And again, if before bed, you take that something like pumpkin seed and toast it with sunflower seed, sesame seed, heart-healthy oils, and then oils that will strengthen your bones, strengthen your prostate and other organs. Your body won't see any waste to throw away in form of urine. There will be no carbohydrates. So once the body sees what it needs, it's going to grab it like it's even rushing it. I don't know how to describe it. That is how the body behaves. Once you bring in what it is yearning to get, what is missing in your diet, what it is expecting but it hasn't come, the moment it comes, you're going to grab it. It's not going to throw it away for you to go and urinate it out. There will be nothing for you to urinate. That is it. And so you have to take things that will feed your cells, things that will feed good cholesterol. And at other times too, you can take garlic. These are the things I do. So to help kill off some bacteria, somebody of 75 years. So these are some of the things that can help you. And then if you are overweight, you need to also look into it. Because there are some people that are still overweight, mildly overweight, maybe because of medication or whatever. But overweight persons can have pressure on the bladder because of the weight. Because I noticed that anytime I add weight, because I used to be very bulky. When I say bulky, but people notice that I'm reducing by the day. Why? Because I'm eliminating some foods. When I see that any particular food is causing something, doing some certain, giving me feelings I don't like, I eliminate it out of my diet. That's what I do. And that's what I want you to do. So let's continue to talk on this cholesterol issue. How the worst foods for your bad cholesterol, for your cholesterol. We've talked on fried foods. I've talked on carbohydrates, the processed foods. I've talked on the fatty, the meat, and all especially when you are combining this milk with meat with processed food. Why a lot of people are finding it difficult to manage this cholesterol thing is that you have not got the trick. There is a trick. There's a trick that works there. There are some nutrients that helps you with bad cholesterol. And if you are not taking them, the bad cholesterol will be sticking there. If you are not taking food that are omega-3 food sources, that's what I noticed. It's going to stay there. It's not going to go away. Foods, omega-3 food sources like, especially more of plant-based food sources like chia seeds, flax seeds. If you are not taking those foods with soluble and insoluble fiber like oats, if you are not taking them, if they are not in your diet, you see they eat eba, then you see they eat bread. You love rice a lot. It's usually processed, polished rice. Your bad cholesterol will be increasing. And you are eating lots of sweet potatoes. I have almost dropped sweet potato to a slide. But 2-3 years ago, I used to eat lots of it. And I will feel good. So every day things are changing. And we must understand this. And not everyone is growing older. Things are changing in your body. It doesn't matter whether you are 20 years or 30 years. Things are changing gradually. It's with everybody. Nobody is left out. And so the cholesterol issue affects everyone that is not mindful of the diet, the lifestyle, the food choices. So another thing, the thing that also can make your cholesterol effort worse is when you are eating too much of carbohydrates. No, it doesn't have to be processed carbohydrates, whether it's yam. I was talking with somebody who has bad cholesterol recently on a chat, and the person said he has I said, what did you eat this morning? He mentioned yam and something else. and the cholesterol is high. Yes, some people may argue, but if you have cholesterol, you're very choosy about the carbohydrates you take. And if you want to avoid itself, if you're up to 60, you need to be even more choosy. Choosy in the sense that you make more of your food, more of protein, which is the building block, and then take the smart carbohydrates like millet, finger millet, oats, green vegetables, then maybe occasional brown rice. But when we talk of brown rice, some people start making it like frequent every morning. They will start, if you are consuming rice frequently, you go to urinate up and down. It's one of the worst foods. I think Taiwo Adelabu, remove rice from your diet. Rice is very bad for urinating. Remove yam. It makes your blood sugar to crash because rice is delicious. So when you take it, you tend to eat more than you're supposed to eat. And then most times the thing that will accompany it are not there. So you start, you start feeling, I normally experience that crash anytime I eat rice. It's only food I'm saying, reducing the frequency of consuming it. It is no longer one of the how do I put it, foods that I will consider necessary in my diet. I'm talking of rice. As a matter of fact, I'm making that decision. It's going to be an occasional delicacy. And it has to be accompanied with vegetables, leafy greens, cabbage, things like that. Yes. And then other worst foods, apart from carbohydrates, and these carbohydrates include rice, especially polished rice, yam, eba, gari. But that is not to say you won't. I do take occasional, like 1 or 2 spoons, but then I notice also something. If the cholesterol is high, that gari, you shouldn't also go there. The carbs you should be going for are millet, finger millet in moderation, and take them in small amount. Oats. There are some grains also you should indulge in, but don't say that you should not eat egg. I thought of it, but I noticed that egg will not stop will not increase the bad cholesterol. It will increase the good cholesterol. If you stop all the things that you need to stop, and then focus on the only the healthy, the ones that will increase your good cholesterol, and egg is one of them. So if you are trying to manage cholesterol, why I thought that I shouldn't take out egg is that egg has anti-inflammatory properties. So how do you fight inflammations? Now, occasionally, I have also thought that between egg and sardines, which should I go for? I've had to make that choice. And I also came to the conclusion that I should be going for egg because it has high vitamin A content. A, for my eyes. It has high vitamin E content. The same vitamin E for my eyes. Then that egg also have vitamin K content for my gut health. It has vitamin D. It has protein. So how do I take it out? So where do I get all of this? In the same amount and with the little calorie that it carries. Remember that calorie count is very important when you are dealing with bad cholesterol. You must also be careful with the calorie you are taking. When you are consuming food that are very high in calorie, it will not help your cholesterol effort. It's one of the worst foods also. You will be adding weight. You'll be looking very bulky. And that very bulky size is a sign of the very bad cholesterol. Now, if you start bringing in good cholesterol, which most time comes from omega-3 fats, comes from quality proteins, comes from vitamin E rich foods, seeds, and some nuts. Hi, Deborah Osibodu, you are welcome. If you start, you know, with all those quality proteins, you will discover that your good cholesterol, if you also include the healthy fats, they will start increasing. They will start increasing because as you do not increase the good cholesterol, those bad cholesterol will not go. I just got myself some olive oil, which I showed off in one of my recent videos. I showed us the things I bought from the market, some of the essential oils, including the fenugreek seed oil, which I do take when I suspect the cholesterol. It's good for when I suspect that the cholesterol is a bit high, maybe that one. So occasionally, just take it on empty stomach after water therapy, because it has capacity to break it down. To break cholesterol is not easy. It's not every food that can break cholesterol. So that's why consuming yam, rice, those things cannot break cholesterol. They will only increase your bad, eating eba. Some people are eating unripe plantain. Unripe plantain cannot break your bad cholesterol. It will even help you to have more problem trying to tackle your cholesterol, bad cholesterol, because it's carbohydrates. So carbohydrates cannot help you. Now, a lot of people do not understand. When you are not getting sufficient protein, it's difficult for you to deal with the cholesterol, because protein is the building block. Now, if you are not getting sufficient protein and you are bringing carbohydrates, some people are eating unripe plantain every time. And the unripe plantain, most time, secretly builds up insulin resistance. I already shared a video on it based on my experience with the unripe plantain. Now, some people, once they are diagnosed of diabetes or the pre-diabetic, they go and buy lots of unripe plantain. Why? They are thinking that unripe plantain, because it's a resistant starch, because it's a slightly safe source of energy for the diabetic, which releases sugar slowly into the bloodstream, not speedily. It's a resistant starch. So because of all these qualities, people are mistaking it for protein. It's not protein, my dear. And it can never do the work of protein. It remains carbohydrates, majorly carbohydrates. It has nothing to do with building block or material. It's not a material for your body to build. And once it's not a material, it's not a material. It's going to be building up insulin resistance. It's not going to help you with your cholesterol. If you are diagnosed with cholesterol, bad cholesterol, yes, that is what I'm trying to say. The food that you should be eating to get energy are the vitamin B rich foods. Oh, it's there. Even what is it called? This unripe, black. When we talk of these legumes, there are so many legumes. Now, to get energy, your energy must come from fats. I don't know whether you are getting it, because the problem many of us are having is this energy thing. When you don't have energy, so okay, let me eat garri, let me eat eba, let me eat plantain, let me eat rice. No, my dear. If you are getting to 50 or 60, you should no longer rely on all those things for your energy. You need to rely on seeds. You need to rely on nuts. You need to rely on fats to get energy. That is the good source. That is a quality source of energy. And that energy will sustain you. Now, after having my meal this morning as a matter of fact, I had my breakfast a bit earlier with lots of vegetables, green vegetable. I put cabbage, after I've had papaya, fresh papaya fruit on an empty stomach, I was just hungry, man. And you know why that hunger was there? There wasn't much protein yesterday in the diet. No 2 days are the same, and I knew it. And so this morning, you know what? I had to chuck it with fats. Sometimes you take fish oil. I've talked about this beans and plantain. You are taking me back. Taiwo Adela, but you are in the house. Or maybe is network affecting you, you're hearing me. I've said that beans and plantain is not good. Now this is the reason why people are saying they don't know what to do about cholesterol. Because they're not eating right. Beans and plantain do not have nutrients. You can eat only beans. And you have to be choosy about the type of bean. Eat beans with onions, with tomatoes, with vegetables, with other things. You can eat it with eggs. Don't eat it with plantain. Because plantain is carbohydrates. Beans is carbohydrates. I've seen even old people, 75 years, they serve them breakfast, akara, with akara and pap. They're not good for the cholesterol. Akara is fried. That small fried portion will be resisting, increasing the bad cholesterol. I see people, they serve their old mother, 80 years, with moimoi and pap. No. Give them moimoi and egg. And why they're giving them that moimoi and pap is because maybe their mom was diagnosed of cholesterol. And remember, if you are not even exercising, sometimes the cholesterol will not break down. So, if the mom was diagnosed maybe 70 years or 80, diagnosed of cholesterol, they will not say, okay, let them be giving her only plant-based. No, there will be no egg. It's a mistake, my dear. Don't make it. Small time, dementia, everything will start coming in. Because there's no complete amino acids in the diet. If you don't have complete amino acids in your diet, your body cannot use or even those ones that you ate. So when they are giving the grand one pap with moimoi, these are two foods that are not complete. So the body can use it. So you are asking me, Taiwo, that can you eat beans and moimoi? Beans and plantain. Please, I will suggest you take out the plantain. Whenever you want to eat the plantain, you can eat it with egg. You can take it with fish and vegetables. Ensure that you pair it with another. You can even pair it with a little soya bean powder, well processed. Because soya bean contains complete amino acids, even though it's plant-based. So if you are trying to avoid animal protein because of cholesterol, it's okay. You can include moringa leaves. Moringa leaves contains complete amino acids. As a matter of fact, that was what I did recently. But I didn't have to do away with egg because I found that egg is an important part of my diet because of my eyes. It has nutrients that support my eyes. So what will I be using to support the eyes? So what will I use? So eat the beans with vegetables, with low-calorie vegetables, onions, garlic, and then ensure you put either fish or you add egg. Egg is always my preferred option because the egg has a high content of vitamin A. It has a content of vitamin E and it has complete amino acids. Because this amino acid is important. If you don't get complete amino acid in your diet, your energy level will at all times be low. Even after eating, you will still be feeling hungry. Even after eating, you will feel weak. You will not have energy because the amino acids are not complete. So your body can't even use the things you ate. That is it, my dear. So don't make that mistake. Your energy should come from healthy fats. That's what I do. No matter what I eat, if I don't eat fat, I will be weak. As you see me talking, I won't be able to talk. I won't have strength to do it. I won't have energy to talk. I will be weak. Why? Because the quality energy is not there. That is quality energy and it must come from fat. I was reading somewhere recently in the Bible when I was even wondering when he's saying that oils that makes man's face to shine, that is 104. Someone, I was wondering, say, okay, fats and oils, it really makes our face to shine. Doesn't it? It makes your face to shine. It makes you to rejuvenate you from inside. It makes you have energy. So, my dear, start seeking for energy from fat. And that's why I said, if you are weak and you don't want to be urinating plenty, get cold pressed olive oil. For 75-year-old, I wouldn't say you should start drinking coconut oil, but coconut oil is very good for your brain. You know it. And coconut oil is very good for insulin resistance. And it's also good for you to increase your good cholesterol. But if you are not used to it, that's what I've discovered with the coconut oil issue. If your body is not used to taking it, while over time, the first take coconut oil, you will almost collapse because the saturated fat content is very high and your body will be overwhelmed by it. You will always be experiencing shortness of breath. But if you have been taking it, just like somebody who smokes, if you are smoking, you start with one stick of cigarette. Over that smoking up to a packet. That's how the body is. So if you have been taking the cold pressed coconut oil and your body is used to it, it's very good, my dear. You will always have good cholesterol and you do not need to be including other fats like only red palm oil. You do not need to be including some of those sources of energy, because that is what is going to make your bad cholesterol high. So that is it. You don't have to. So you don't have to be expecting that you are consuming beans and plantain and you say you have consumed. No, my dear, because I don't eat it. It can't work. It can't work together. It can't work. The two foods are healthy at different times. I must let you know. Plantain is a source of potassium. It's good for your heart. If you ask me, there are times when your heart actually needs it. The unripe plantain. It strengthens the heart. I know it. There are times when I actually feel it's all I need, and I go for it. But I don't have to consume it with beans. I rather prefer to take it with vegetables, low-calorie vegetables. Egg always go well. I have tried them. It's very good also and tempting to want. It goes with fat, but not with the type of fat or oil we are thinking, like red palm oil. It's best with cold pressed olive oil. If you want to take plantain, you use cold pressed olive oil to sprinkle on it. You will love it and you will thank me. I've tried it. But besides that, somebody of 75 years, you won't love it. If you use other fats, it's going to look like it's too heavy for you. It's going to look like you must take food that will allow blood flow. And olive oil is good in it. And make sure you get a good one. It's not, there are so many fakes out there. And when you take a good one, you will feel it. You feel it. You know it. But if you take the one that is not good, you equally feel it, uncomfortable. So that is it. So when you are trying to lower your cholesterol, my dear, egg is not your enemy. Egg is not your enemy. Your enemy, again, is high-calorie foods. Food that are heavy, but that are nutrient deficient. Nutrient deficient that the food is heavy, but it doesn't have nutrition. It doesn't have anything that your body can actually lay hands to use. So when they get into your body, they join your cholesterol, your bad cholesterol, to make you feel miserable. That is it. They join the bad cholesterol, make you feel stable. So you can eat the plantain separately. You can eat it. Amaka, okay. Are you okay with my response? You're asking which food we want eat to gain energy. I've told you that the best form of energy should come from fat, healthy fats. An example of such fats, they may come from seeds and nuts, peanuts, almonds, cashew nuts, sesame seeds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, other seeds like chia seed is also good in it. Even flaxseed is good. Flaxseed. So flaxseed will be making you okay. Vidya Awati Mohabir. Please, can you comment where you are chatting me from, please? Sorry if I'm not calling your name rightly. Vidyawati Mohabir. Kindly let me know where you are chatting me from, please. And your age. So I'm saying that you do not have to rely on the carbohydrates to give you energy anymore. Those years are gone. Okay. Message retracted. Mohabir, can you drop your Mohabir? Please, I need you to state where you are chatting me from. Please. State where you are chatting me from. I know where this Amaka is chatting from, but Deborah Osibodu, can you also indicate where you are chatting from? Yes, I know some of them. Some of them are my members already. So those ones, I don't have to ask question. I know where their location is. So let me know, Vidyawati, can you state Florida? Okay. So drop your question and I'll be ready to respond also. Florida. And if you don't mind, put your age too, so that I'll be able to attend to it with particular focus on you and your age, because it all has a lot to do with our age. When you are trying to avoid bad cholesterol, a lot of people are so distressed about the cholesterol issue. They are wondering, why is the cholesterol not going down? Why am I not able to manage my bad cholesterol? It's because they haven't understood the trick. The knowledge is not enough. You are 60 years old. Deborah Oshibodu. Okay, you're also from Florida. I think maybe your time zone is very favorable at this hour. Most of you are chatting from, I have 2 people from Florida right now. Is there anybody from Florida again? Maybe not Florida people I deal with. Please drop your comment if you're also from Florida. Let me know that I have more of them in the house. So I'm saying that the cholesterol issue is disturbing a lot of people. That why are they not able to tackle their bad cholesterol? It shouldn't be. The moment you suspect cholesterol, you start making changes to your diet. Start exercising. It's practically difficult if you don't understand how it works. If you don't have a knowledge of the things that can help you to break the cholesterol and the things that can help you to increase the good cholesterol. Yes. So because you must have to increase, if the good cholesterol does not come in, the bad cholesterol won't go away. That is the truth. I have observed it myself. The good cholesterol must have to go. The good cholesterol must have to come in good number. 65 years, I'm trying to lower my cholesterol and lower my AC. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That the cholesterol, you have to start, first of all, avoiding those processed food. Yawa Placo. Hi, man. Remedies for pain. Where are you chatting from, Yawa Placo? So I've shared with you that you need to stop all those processed foods. It's very easy to lower the bad cholesterol, honestly speaking. It's very, very easy. Once you stop all those processed meats, fried foods, and start bringing in good cholesterol from Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, yeah, okay, you are talking of remedies for pain. Pain from at which place? What portion, what part of your body are you having the pains? Let me know, please. What part of your body? Because another thing with cholesterol is that it gives you pains most of the time. Okay, so it makes you to be having pains. You know, I told you from beginning when we started that one of the things that will make you suspect is every time either one side of the head will be paining you, or your neck. If it's not your neck today, it will be your head tomorrow. Another day is your back. Thank you so much, Deborah Osibodu. It's your content very informative. Though I am knowledgeable about some, I just get more information from you. God bless you, ma. I appreciate you, Deborah. Debbie Osibodu. Thank you for that comment. It's a good one. So what I'm saying is, I'm sharing what is working for me, because, like I told you, I'm not on any medication, whether for blood pressure or for blood sugar or for cholesterol or for whatever. Yes, I celebrate my 61st birthday. I marked it, not really marking, but it's over. The next birthday is going to be 62. So I'm also saying it that if your body is already used to not staying with all those things, all those medications, definitely it no longer be easy for you to just usher them in, because you have learned how to manage, how to deal with it when it comes. So when you are experiencing bad cholesterol, I told you recently that I experienced it, was pinching, you'll be experiencing, today is your chest, it will be paining. Another day it will be your back paining. Now, if you're having back pain, my dear, you need to check your weight, number one. You need to check your posture, the posture you often stay, number two. Then this cholesterol is also part of it. It can go and be causing placing weight on your waist. Because the bad cholesterol, when it's more than the good cholesterol, that is the low density lipoprotein, as it's often called, is the low density that the bad cholesterol. So when it's more than the good one, sometimes it will look like you're having waist pain, because it's more in number. Your body will be looking like it's sagging, like you're dragging yourself. It looks like you added weight. As a matter of fact, that is one of the ways I usually know. Once I notice that my weight is like, it's looking like it's big. When I sit on the bed, it looks like the bed is like, you feel it now. You feel that there's weight. Your weight is increasing. I start looking into, and the cholesterol thing is not mostly what people are thinking, that I'm eating this. Sometimes stress will not allow your body to manage cholesterol well. So when you are stressed out, for instance, that's what happens you notice that even when you eat certain foods, your cortisol level will be high. Yes, your cortisol level will be high. You'll be noticing that, like, your fat all over, everywhere will be sticking with fat, unhealthy fat. They are supported by cholesterol. So when you are trying to manage it, you need to be careful with carbohydrates. That's what I'm doing. There have been several times, and again, there are sometimes you may be thinking that it's cholesterol. It may not be cholesterol. Because I had occasion to suspect cholesterol 3 years ago. I was so sure, this is cholesterol. I went, they said my cholesterol was okay. Honestly speaking. So our body is somehow complex. It's always good. If you are having pains, for instance, it may or may not be cholesterol. It may not be cholesterol. It could be just other inflammations. Yes, inflammation can cause pain. Cold can cause you pain. So it's not every time we are looking at cholesterol. Cholesterol is always a problem, but it's not all the time. I have had to check 2-3 years ago. I told myself this must be cholesterol, but eventually I went to test. It was normal. So what was I eating then? I'm sure that there are little or no animal protein like milk. Oats is good for you if you are managing cholesterol. No matter what anybody says. I have bad cholesterol. Yawa placo. Yes, now that's what I'm saying. The way to yawa placo, the way to lower it is by bringing in good cholesterol and not eating junk. Don't eat anything that comes your way. If you are managing bad cholesterol, if you have bad cholesterol, it comes from processed foods. Maybe you see, I've said it before, don't even, all those low-fat milk. I used to do it before. Don't go there. Don't even go there. If you are looking for something milk, you can use, what I use these days, I blend tiger nut, or I eat tiger nut to get calcium. We always worried also, where do we get calcium from? We are not taking milk. A lot of you are taking, especially in that west, a lot of you are taking lots of milk. And some are not taking this milk directly. They are taking it from products that contains milk derivatives. Now, if you are eating anything, you need to read the label. It may not even contain milk, but it may contain trans fats. That's where the cholesterol is coming from. These are artificial things like butters and margarine. They are your worst enemies, my dear. Stop them. Now, when you stop them, listen to me. Cholesterol won't just go away. Please pay attention. If you stop the trans fat from bread, biscuits, processed foods, those food that they fortify with, make it look very attractive with my butters and margarines, the cholesterol won't go away immediately. The cholesterol has already settled. So you don't get the frustration a lot of people, ahuna onye no foro. Please comment where you are chatting from, ahuna, and let me know your age. Let me know your age and location too. So I'm saying that the cholesterol, the fact that a lot of people are not aware of is that when you stop those trans fats, you are thinking that the next morning cholesterol will drop. Not at all, my dear. You're also thinking that 2 days after, cholesterol will be normal. Not at all, my dear. It's not like that. It's going to take a fairly long time before you start experiencing reduction in your cholesterol. But you need to be consistent with the step you're taking, because the cholesterol had already settled along the arteries. So it's not something that will pull out immediately. You stop those foods. But you need to stop them. And you need to be consistently, avoiding those foods that will feed the bad cholesterol. So it is when you have stopped them, eating those things that are supporting the bad cholesterol, gradually now, it's like sticky wax. That's the way it is, sticky wax along your, look at, if this is your arteries, the thing will just attach itself around the artery like this. So it's not something that you just pull away immediately one day, not at all. So we need a little patience. After you have stopped those processed foods, a couple of days, the real result, the real manifestation of the effect, the havoc they have done will be showing up. Don't worry, my dear. They will be showing up. As a matter of fact, even sometimes when you are even trying to make effort, it looks like they are resisting. I don't know how to explain this thing. Now, it looks like the bad cholesterol is trying to resist the new move you are making. But you need to be focused. Just continue doing what you are doing. Over time, you will start noticing an improvement in your health, because it's your health that is at risk. It's your head that's at risk. So you will now start noticing improvement. This is the only way you can know that the cholesterol is going down. If you are experiencing low energy, for instance, you start experiencing, you're not feeling stronger. You now have more energy to work longer, to do certain things you are not doing before, because any little thing, you are tired because of high bad cholesterol. Any little thing, you are tired. When the cholesterol is high, the bad cholesterol, the low density lipoprotein, when it's higher than the good cholesterol, any little thing, you are tired. That's one of the ways you know. Because they will be like suppressing you, weighing you down. Your energy level will always be low. So, plant-based black man, you're welcome to my life. This is one of my friends. You're welcome. Tell me your location. Your location. I'm still waiting for Ahuna Oyenu Foro. I'm still waiting for you. Your age and your location, where you are chatting from, please. So you don't have to immediately you stop food that are supporting your bad cholesterol, increasing your bad cholesterol. You do not have to expect that the next morning or 2 days after or 3 days after, the whole cholesterol is going to go away. And the best is not even to go on cholesterol medication. Why a lot of people are resorting to the cholesterol medication is because it's going to give them something like a quick fix. But it's not going to be solving the problem for them, but it's going to like cover the problem. It's going to like cover it. And a lot of people prefer it. Okay, you are 53 years old from Tampa, Florida. Okay, I have 3 people from Florida right now in this house. So Florida people, I say up you. Is there anybody again from Florida in the house? Any Florida man or woman here? So maybe we can call the Florida family and have a meeting. Just returned to America after 30 days in Kenya and Rwanda. Okay, that is good. My plant-based, I hope you brought something from that, from Kenya and Rwanda. You're highly welcome. I've missed you for some time because I've not been seeing you lately in my life. So you are welcome. 100% plant-based black man. So I'm saying that the cholesterol is something we need to be very serious about. Not serious in the sense that you should be running for medications, not at all. But showing that you need to be deliberate and careful to eat foods that will increase the good cholesterol and avoid those ones that will increase your bad cholesterol. Because once your cholesterol is high, you will always be having health challenges. Today is heart problem, another day neck, another day is head is paining, another day is back pain, waist pain. Pains at different times. Even sometimes it may not be pain, maybe something that you can't understand. My diet has been 100% plant-based since 1998. So you definitely won't have something, you definitely won't have problem with cholesterol, do you? Yes, I'm still waiting for more comments from plant-based black man. You definitely don't have issues with, although you are a bit younger, at least the other man is 75, we have the other woman 60 years, and then you can see that the cholesterol issue affects, okay, we have Yawa, who is also 53 years, we have Deborah Osibodu, who is 60 years, okay, I'm having most seniors in the house. Now, I'm saying that most of you, that another way to also tackle the cholesterol issue, because of this, my friend, plant-based black man, another way is to go more on plant-based. Yes, and that is also what I do. Go more on plant-based. No, we have left the worst foods now. The worst foods I've mentioned to you. Avoid the fries, avoid the processed foods, avoid those meals, whether it's full fat or little fat, be going low on them. If you are eating anything, check the labels. They may the labels may be appearing attractive. Some of them, they don't give you the real information. They will tell you fat-free, cholesterol-free, heart-friendly, whatever friendly. But at the end of it, they are not increasing your good cholesterol. And so as long as they're not increasing your good cholesterol, they are increasing your bad cholesterol. Yes. Yes. They will be increasing your bad cholesterol. And that is what you must try to avoid if you are dealing with. Some of you are dealing with bad cholesterol. And you know what you are taking? You are taking pap, corn products. Corn products does not have nutrients to break bad cholesterol. Now, cholesterol, the stubborn nature of the cholesterol makes it that you need certain nutrients in certain foods. Omega-3 fats is particularly good. Now, soluble and insoluble fiber, you can find them in things like green apples. So it's not all, there are specific kind of foods. Flaxseed is particularly good. It's something I have tested. When you are dealing with bad cholesterol, walnut, African walnut, is a source of omega-3 fatty acids. It's also particularly good. So you need to include this. You see, fatty fish is particularly good. So you need to search out for foods that are good sources of omega-3. Start including them in your diet to help you to break the cholesterol. Yes. You will notice that you're feeling better when you start including those foods. I mean, those foods that are good sources of this omega. Because this omega-3 is not common in our diet. It's very rare. Now, if you are having, for instance, now, those of you like taking pap, you take pap and moi. Where is omega-3 there? It's nowhere. And you want your cholesterol to go away. How can it break the cholesterol? There's nothing there to break cholesterol. It can only help you to increase the bad cholesterol. Some of you will be wondering that, why is Mama talking like this? It's what I know. It's going to help you to increase the bad. As long as it does not increase the good cholesterol, it's going to increase the bad cholesterol. You love to eat vegetable soup. Yes. You cook those thick vegetable soup. Not anymore. Because a good number of them, they require lots of oil for proper digestion. And so if you are dealing with cholesterol, you have to be selective on the type of vegetables that you can use, and use olive oil, avocado fats. If occasionally, if you can stand the coconut oil, if you are taught your body to use it, fine, you can add it, a little of it. As for me, once in a while, I use the coconut oil to gargle and allow a few of it. Thank you for those likes. I allow a few of it to, get into my body. And I usually do that when I know I'm going to stay for long. Maybe I'm going to wait for a long time in the morning, because the energy level is very high of the coconut oil, the saturated fat. So it's going to increase the good cholesterol and then help deal with things like insulin resistance. So this brings us to this aspect. Now, a lot of you are not even aware that insulin resistance sometimes are also hidden behind the cholesterol. So a good number of times we are tagging it cholesterol, but behind that cholesterol is also insulin resistance. That is it. And I've told us, if you are having a protruded tummy, your tummy is big, you need to also check. Maybe there is insulin resistance there. That is already there. So you'll be struggling with bad cholesterol. Two of them are standing side by side. So how would you know? When you start getting the bad cholesterol out, you will start noticing that your tummy, you will start noticing it from your tummy. Let's look at it. You start noticing it from your tummy. That is what is going to happen. You start watching your tummy. As long as your tummy is still very looking protruding and big, you know that you haven't done enough. So you need to, when the real result starts showing, you will also notice it physically that your tummy is going in. Yes, the insulin resistance is also giving way. So the bad cholesterol will also be giving way at the same time. So your overall health will start to improve. So that is it. So you have to not to worry about your cholesterol because it's very simple and easy. Bring in the good cholesterol and the bad cholesterol will start going away. It's something that does happen on its own naturally. And you don't have to expect sudden change. That's where a lot of people get frustrated. That they have been doing this, they have been doing that. It can take weeks and months before you start. This cholesterol will be reducing gradually. And anytime you eat the offensive food. So it's going to be a continuous step. But if you are consuming more of plant-based, you will have less fight against bad cholesterol. That's what I'm also doing now. But after my last experience, I said, no, I eat more of plant-based, but anytime I want to eat the meat, it has to be either grass-cut, the one that are cut in the bush. Those ones, once in a while, you notice that they're even easier to digest, and they may not increase the bad cholesterol. So that is it. So if you have questions, drop your comment, drop your question, and then let's see if I can still attend to you, answer your question, because I should be rounding it up right now. Yes, cholesterol issue. If you're having cholesterol issue, you can also tell us. Are there any 100% plant-based restaurants in your area? I'm planning a West African visit. Okay. Are there 100% plant-based restaurants? I don't think so, but if you want, unless you place an order, say it's only plant-based you want, but they don't have such here. If you want plant-based, you have to order for it. Unless myself will initiate it, start doing it. But who are those? It's only when they are well educated and knowledgeable. People are hungry. So they don't even bother whether it's plant-based or anything. And in the first place, most of their foods are even plant-based because meat is relatively expensive. Except for me, I make my own, I have my own poultry. The last chicken I ate was nursed and was from my own poultry. I did it, I got it and killed it fresh and ate it. And it tastes great. That is what I occasionally do in order to reduce, taking all of that stuff, frozen stuff that they're putting out there. So once in a while, I go for, I'm not 100% plant-based, but I don't take the animal stuff because of this risk. I just love your information. Thank you. Can a cholesterol person take oats? Okay, you are asking whether a cholesterol person can take oats. I love your okay info. Lola Anyangu, can a cholesterol patient take oats? Yes, now, that's what we are saying. Oats should be part of your diet. And if you want it to even work first, make your oats and add chia seeds. Add flax seeds sometimes to your oats. your cholesterol will start going down very fast. Even if you want to eat egg, go ahead. Your cholesterol will start to normalize, because that's what I take. But one thing also I caution to people, don't focus on one food. Because I had made these mistakes. The fact that we say oat is good doesn't mean you should take oat every day. Oat contains some traces of gluten. And I noticed that all oats are not the same. Some, they call it good morning oats. They're not okay. Those, they call it a fast oats, fast to eat oats. Don't take all those fast to eat and those ready to eat oats that you have to make fast. All those fast food stuff, don't go there. And even the oats, despite that it's good for cholesterol, has soluble and insoluble, you don't have to be taking it every morning. I did that for several months, honestly, and I also saw the effect. And so right now, I don't take oats every day, like 3 times a week, as part of my diet, to make sure that I am tackling the bad cholesterol. I take it occasionally, add things like black seed to it, just to make it more rich. Sometimes I add chia seed, not every day. Some days I add flax seed. All these things are just to make sure that you give the body what it needs to work, to break the cholesterol and to increase the good cholesterol. So oat is good, but not every day. At other times, you can take what is it called? You can take just raw fruits. Raw fruits. Some nuts to get energy. Listen to me. Like for instance, this morning, I had papaya, fresh papaya fruit with a few of its seed. That was after water therapy. This is after the water therapy, some garlic and all this stuff, but I was hungry, honestly. Sometimes you are hungrier than before. So I had to, and I suspected like I said, protein was not much yesterday. If you don't take enough protein, you will always be hungry. If you don't take fats, you will always be hungry. So that is the secret. You go hungry every day, every time. I've had that meal, what I had since 9 o'clock. And no, since 9:30. And I've not had anything again. I'm not going to have anything till 5, and it's not going to be major food again. Not going to, and I'm okay. I'm not hungry. I've not eaten anything since then. I've not had anything because there was protein in the diet. There were legumes. There were cabbage, there were green vegetables. There was egg in it. There was egg, at least one egg. There were nuts. So there was no oat in it. So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be oat every day. There was oat yesterday. There wasn't oat today. So it's not every day you just take oats in the morning. Because if you take oat every day, after some time you start having, that was my experience, you start having some pains. It happened to me. It took a long time for me to trace those pains. That was about 10 years ago. It took a long time for me to trace those pains to some of the gluten found in the oats we are taking, because some of them, a good number of them, are produced in the same factory where gluten foods like wheat are produced. So they are all mixed up there, and so some of these traces of the gluten are there. So if you are consuming it every day and frequently, so over time it may accumulate in your body, and you start having some, negative effects of that gluten that is there. Nigerian foods, Deborah said, Nigerian foods are mostly grown organically, or like in US, organic food are so expensive. We do not know if they are really grown organically as well. Okay, some of them are, yes, I've learned that the organic foods are very expensive, very, very expensive, truly expensive for the teaching. I'm always waiting for the WhatsApp link, man. Okay. Make sure you drop a comment in the community and that you join my membership. There are some people that are already in my membership. Become a member of my channel so that you can get more connection. And then other of my handle, I also have the TikTok. You can search for it and then message me so that we can talk. You can also send me message through my email, my Gmail, so I can also assist you. I do talk with people, I do assist people to help them manage their weight, manage blood sugar, manage blood pressure. Next time now, maybe we'll talk on blood pressure, or depending on some of the comments I get. If I get more of the comments, I may decide also to come live on Sunday based on the things that people are talking, the need in the house. Yes, based on the need in the house. So that is exactly what I'm saying. So that's it. So if you have any other comment, you can go ahead and drop it, as I shall be rounding up right now to take a break. I want to also appreciate all of you for coming, for holding on. If you have any word for me, can you drop it just before we go? If you have any word, because I want to be ending it in a few minutes from now, while appreciating everyone. Boniface, you're well. I thank you, Deborah. All my people from Florida, from Benin Republic, and then those from Nigeria, Atlanta, Georgia. Appreciate all of you. I hope you have been blessed. So leave 1 or 2 words for me before we end it. Hopefully, I'll be back here again on Sunday by the grace of God. But so let me hear your 1 or 2. Okay, plant-based. Okay, you said they have a lot of plant-based foods, but they are high in carbohydrates. Okay, I'm just seeing this comment now from a plant-based black man. He said in Kenya, they have a lot of plant-based foods, but they are high in carbohydrates. The same thing here. You know, you are asking me whether we have plant-based restaurants here in Nigeria. I said, nothing like plant-based. Hunger is in this country. That's the truth. So most of the food are carbohydrates that people eat here. So if you see carbohydrates, you eat it and be happy. Then you may add it with vegetables. That animal protein here is not so much available like that. But if you can get it, I'm not plant-based person, but I'm trying to be more of plant-based and less of animal-based. Do what works for you. Because I've heard people say that plant-based. I've heard people say that plant-based. I've also heard people say they are eating lots of meat. I've seen people say they're eating 3, 4, 5 eggs and all kinds of things. But you don't have to be following all of those information. It's what is working for you. Because the bodies are different. The bodies are not the same. Rose Ubani, our bodies are not the same. That is the truth. You must know. Your body is different from mine. So that what is working for you is exactly what you need to focus on. So that you don't go and do follow. Follow. Rose Ubani, where are you chatting from? Rose Ubani, you are welcome. So let me know where you're chatting from. Rose, your age and your location. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for your response, Rose. Yes? Rose Ubani, I'm waiting for you. Rose Ubani, you retracted the message. What message are you retracting? Let me know the message. Rose Ubani, let me know your name, your location, please. I'm asking for. Yes, you are welcome, Rose, but I'm asking for your location, Rose Ubani, before we end. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you, Rose Ubani. Okay. Thank you all for coming. It seems she has nothing to say. She has no comment. She is not responding. If you're responding, I would have taken one question from her or from other persons before we end it. It's about to rain now. So once again, thank you all for coming. Don't forget. Okay, Boniface, thanks and God bless you, ma. No problem. We'll connect, as you said. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Don't forget that. Bye for now.